Hey everybody, I want to talk about alpha energy, beta energy, type A, type B. Okay, this is not an explanation of terms like alpha male, beta male. That's not even really something I fully subscribe to, and I'll get into that in a little bit. The short answer is, well, it's kind of a picture, not really a complete picture, not an exact science. But you hear the terms type A personality and type B personality. And that kind of sort of goes in hand with alpha and beta type energies / alpha male, beta female, beta female. Is kind of sort of expressions and descriptions of the same thing. So there's not a, what do you call it? There's not a hardwired genetic alpha male, alpha female. Okay? When you look at people who you would say, quote unquote, are alpha males, I think of like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? I think of, people like that. But he wasn't just born that. He wasn't born like that. Not in terms of his physical stature, but his personality is very alpha. So what makes Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson an alpha male is not just big muscles. It's not. Because Lord knows we have seen plenty of bodybuilder who is insecure and kind of shy and all of that. Yeah, they got big muscles, but that doesn't make them like a type A personality, or that kind of personality. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's got a couple of modes of operation that you see him in, where he's he can be this really intense, intimidating, I don't want to say evil, but just very intimidating, powerful energy whenever he's in an acting role that requires it. On the other hand, you also see him where he's laughing, he's smiling, he can light up a room. The polar opposite, and still you would consider his behavior like an alpha trait or an alpha personality kind of energy. And so what makes that kind of energy? What's the difference between the two, and how can you find that? Okay, so first of all, whenever somebody's in their alpha mindset, it really comes down to it's an uninhibited directing of energy, I'll say. Your energy is focused without inhibition. Whatever kind of energy that is, whatever you choose to project, is being projected in a very uninhibited fashion. Which is one reason why you can see somebody like The Rock being really intense, intimidating, powerful, and striking fear. And you can also see him laughing and smiling, cutting up and lighting up the room. And it's like two different forms of, it's opposite behaviors, but it's still that kind of energy, right? A good, fast, shortcut, God, I hate to say life hack or mind hack, for those of you who are just joining us in the last couple of decades, mind hack or life hack, right? A very easy way to find that kind of energy for yourself. I think ladies know this one more than anything. Like when you're working around the house, you put on the headphones and you're doing your stuff around the house, and you're singing to your Adele or whatever it is that gets you pumped up as a woman. Man, I feel like a woman. Oh, right? Don't tell anybody I sang that. Guys are the same way, right? Whenever you go to the gym and you put on your headphones and you're listening to your music, anybody, male or female, when you're engaging in an activity and you put on the headphones and you blast that energizing music, that music is what is creating your alpha energy. Okay? What's the mechanism behind that? It is uninhibiting you from directing your energy and emitting your energy at a specific target to perform a specific action, or to, whatever else, right? When you listen to the music, it energizes you, it gets your energy level up, it raises your focus, it lowers inhibitions, and you're able to get your work done. This works well in dates and relationships. If you want to be more attractive, then right before you go on a date, or right before you meet this person, or right before the moment you want to be looking the most attractive, put on some headphones and listen to some music that really charges you up. Get into the song. Yeah, this is my jam. This is my jam right here. You start really jamming out to whatever your favorite jam is. Pump up the jam, right? That kind of stuff. You'll find that you take your headphones off and then you walk into the room, bam, you're projecting all kinds of positive energy, and people notice your energy. So that's what you do. That is a very, very easy technique for somebody to find or to figure out how to be an alpha whatever, or how to be a type A. That's one of the easiest tricks in the book. Actually, there's not really a book, and I'm not aware of any easier tricks. So that's what I got. Okay, that's what I'm working with. But there's also a very firm, well-defined definition of there's this well-defined idea of alpha males and beta males, and I see this a lot in channels for men. This is how to be an alpha. Here's why you're not alpha. Beta males, and all this other shit. Okay? And I even there's a topic of debate about whether people are born an alpha or if they're born a beta, and if a beta can go to an alpha, and can an alpha go to a beta. Yeah, man, it just depends on how you project yourself and how you present yourself. That's really about it. I mean, it's how you project and present yourself to others. You're more, and here's the thing. There's more than one theory about this. The one that I personally subscribe to is, I think that, and because I have young children, I'm on my third child, right? So I got 3 of them. And this is what I've noticed watching. I have a son that's 10, a daughter that's 4, and a daughter that's 2.5. Now 2 3/4. When they're young, they're very uninhibited. You have to tell them, don't run out into the street, stop pulling your sister's hair, put some damn clothes on, shut the door when you poop, that kind of stuff. They're very uninhibited. And that's one of the things that makes them a joy to be around when they're playing, because they're uninhibited and having fun. It's also one of the headaches, because they're also uninhibited from stealing toys from each other and all of that, right? But with my older son, as I watch over the years, as he learns more and more and gets older and older, he starts learning more and more restraint. You start learning experiences like, oh, hey, I probably shouldn't climb on the back of the couch because when I fall off, it really effing hurts. And so then what? They're a little more inhibited, right? I know that whenever I was growing up, my parents were very, very protective. I was very sheltered. didn't do well in the real world. Whenever I was first jettisoned into public, I didn't do too well at all. I had like no life experiences, right? I was very intimidated. I got very shy. I didn't even have any real relationships till I was like 26. Or 25, sorry. So what happens? I think that as you learn to, what's the word I'm looking for? As you learn to exercise restraint, the more restraint you exercise, the more towards the type B/beta type presentations you start to give to everybody. You can be highly intelligent. This is how, like, okay, people who are highly intelligent but shy, you would call them type B. You would call them beta males. You would call them nerds. You call them wimps, right? Pencil necks. On the other hand, you know, if you are somebody who's highly intelligent and, you know, hop up and lead the pack, like, you know, in a group exercise or something like that, that's more of an alpha energy. It's a very, very popular theme in movies, in like romantic comedies and that kind of thing. You have a guy who's kind of dopey, you know, just kind of real mousy and shy, and by the end of it, he comes out of his shell. Yeah, that shell is the learned inhibitions. That's that type B personality. That's that beta energy, whatever you want to call it. He comes out of the shell, becomes less inhibited, more spontaneous, more active, projects more energy into the room and the people around him. That's coming into alpha energy. That's coming into a type A kind of personality. You don't have to have big muscles. You don't have to be The Rock, although it would be nice. But you don't have to be. I know I'm not. You know, that's not what it requires. It just means you gotta radiate energy out. You've got to be a radar antenna. You got to be a broadcast antenna. And if it's not a mindset you're in, it's a mindset you need to get into. You need to broadcast your energy waves into the room, into the people around you. When you're not broadcasting, when you're off, when you're keeping to yourself, when you go back into your shell, that's that beta mindset. And the last thing I'll leave you with. Both energies have their attractive qualities. Okay? Not everybody wants a loudmouth. Not everybody wants to be with an exhibitionist. You know, keeping up with The Rock would be pretty god dang exhausting. You know? If you're somebody who likes to chill and eat ice cream and watch Netflix, I don't imagine you'd be very happy in a long-term relationship with The Rock. He'd be great because, you know, he'd be your husband and all that. But he'd never be around. You don't ever go to the gym. You don't have that much in common. He would just be like a houseplant. You know, so it really wouldn't be all that fulfilling. So you have to find people that are compatible with both energies. You cannot limit yourself to thinking, I need to be an alpha male. I need to get with an alpha male. And be like, you know, I could really use a beta male. And be like, you know what? Like, I'm exhausted. I should just do my own thing for a while, right? You need to find somebody that's compatible with both alpha and beta energies that you possess. When you're in your shell, when you're retreated and you just want to be calm and take it easy, and when you're motivated and energetic and outgoing, you got to find somebody who's on the same wavelength as you in both those areas. So, thank you very much for listening. Please like, comment, or share. I'll see you on the next video.